All right, guys, well, I'm about to roll up to a job where apparently numerous contractors have come out to try to detect this leak. This is a landlord-tenant situation. I guess the landlord is just fed up. She's hired numerous plumbers, numerous contractors, and nobody's been able to figure this out. So this is gonna be a little bit of a challenge here, but we love challenges here. All right, so let's go inside and meet the tenant. I already gave her a courtesy call. She's expecting me, so let's go in and meet her. Let's walk around, assess the situation, and see what we can do to figure this out.
This is Friday, July 30th. Okay. I'm going to now put this white piece of paper, and I want you to see. This is the first one. I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to take this. It's clean on both sides. And I'm going to put that right there.
So that soaked up pretty quickly.
Yep.
There. Okay.
Okay.
Later on today, when you can't come in, that's why I keep him
And
out.
when you step on this now, this is what you get.
You will fall if you don't know. And you're like, oh my God.
The same exact thing.
Yeah, I want you to see what it looks like on the other side. So really, what is all this going on right here? This has been like this. This has been like this. I have 1,000,001 videos from different days, times, everything.
Dripping down.
Dripping down.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and check this. There's the bedroom there.
Yeah, this is the bedroom. This is right where it is.
Check here. We're wet right here. You can see these drip marks here as well. All right, so I took this siding off that wasn't nailed down here. As you can see here, there's some 100% moisture reading right here. And then inside, you can see the wood that's wet right there. All right, guys, I think, to be quite honest with you, I think she has a rat infestation that they don't know about, because that wood, when I took a sniff of that wood, it smelled like rat urine. So I don't think we have a leak. I think we have rat urine that's soaking up and they're nesting inside that wall. That's just my off the cuff right now assumption. There's a burrow right there, and there's another burrow right there. Bad. In that bedroom, you guys ever hear sounds?
No what?
No sounds, or do you ever hear sounds?
Nobody sleeps in that bedroom.
So you wouldn't know?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
How long has that's been like that vacant for how long, that bedroom?
Oh, since about October last year.
Got it. All right, guys. So you could tell that this tenant's been pretty frustrating. She's been documenting every little thing. Over 20 people literally have been at this location in attempt to locate where this moisture source is. I'm thinking that when she was soaking up her floor, she was soaking up some type of rodent urine. It wasn't fresh water. So let me give her a call right now and see if the landlord wants to proceed. All right, guys. So I left her a message. Let's wait for her to call me back and let's see what we can do. But I think this is going to turn into a rodent issue where I got called out as a leak detection. So the good thing is they found the right company, because we do both rodent and leak detection. So anyhow, stand by. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. We've gotten the authorization to move forward. So the pressure's on. A lot of companies have been out here. We have absolutely given her 100% guarantee. Otherwise, she doesn't have to pay. We're gonna, have a process of elimination here. We're gonna check the water, check the drainage. We're going to perform a sewer smoke test, just inspect the crawl space. So there's a lot to do here to get to the bottom of it, but I'm pretty confident that we're gonna get to the bottom of it. It's been interesting because I've, since I've been here waiting for our team member, a couple cats have been sort of lingering right there, and they've been facing these holes here. All right, so Juan, there's a bedroom in there, and this is brand new drywall. See how this wood is wet right here? Go ahead and tell me what that smells like, if you could.
Well, urine.
Urine, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So what I'd like to do is, it looks like there's a burrow right there.
Mm-hmm.
See how it's wet right there?
Mm-hmm.
That ground is wet.
Yeah.
There's also another burrow right here. There's quite a bit of flies as well. Yeah. There's something that's going on right here. All right, guys, so we're gonna get the smoke machine and begin our work. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and run a couple different tests on the water pipes, which we know it's not the water lines. Otherwise, they'd have a lot of water in that crawl space. So I'm not worried about high pressure water piping. All right, so I just I did a snip check on that 4-inch vent there above that bathroom, and it doesn't seem that there's any rodent activity on that stack. Doesn't mean that they're not coming through the sewer, but I don't see any indication yet. So I'm gonna focus on the exterior portion of that wall. May have to cut out some more siding so we can figure out what those drippy sort of marks are. Something's going on in that wall. So Juan has a good idea. We're gonna inject smoke into these halls here and see what we can do to get if there's any burrows inside the crawl space. All right, guys. Very strange here. This is the next morning, and this is what we're finding right here. It seems like somebody's peeing on this floor here because it's there's water that's urine on top of this hardwood floor. I know that if I mention it to her, she's going to deny it, but that's what we're seeing here. That's pee. Somebody's peeing on this floor. All right, we're gonna run some testing with the tub. See, we're getting some water there. So we found a small drip coming through the tub, but that's not migrating all the way across to that bedroom where all that moisture is settling. And plus, if it is coming from the tub, it's dripping into the crawl space. So that's not an issue, even though we identified a leak there. We're gonna go ahead and now perform a smoke test in those holes and see what we can find. But I think, guys, it's leading to somebody actually peeing on the floor. I haven't met the grandson yet, so I don't know if it's a situation where, you know, there's some type of handicap. So we'll have to kind of investigate a little bit further. All right, so let's go ahead and let's cut this one out first. I gotta tell you, this is the weirdest leak detection call I've ever been on. It's leading to definitely somebody urinating on top of that hardwood floor, because yesterday was not like that. That drywall that's newly installed, that's not soaking wet, so we know it's not coming from the outside. That closet is not wet, even though the plumbing is leaking a little bit, but that everything is dropping to the crawl space, so everything looks topical right now. Urine? Wet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and perform the smoke test and insert it into this drain here. You can see that there's a breach already in that sewer line. Smoke should never come out like that. You can see the smoke inside the crawl space, guys. See that smoke's coming out from under the ground. You can see how that hole is just literally sucking up all of the smoke. Look at that. Literally just taking in all of our smoke right there. All right, guys, we've got smoke inside that hole there, and look at how the sewer pipe here is taking in all the smoke. So we know there's a burrow that's directly related or right here into the sewer pipe. Should never get smoke, ever get smoke if we're inserting it underground there. Look at that. Guys, I have never ever seen this in my entire life, in my 32 years of experience of doing this. Now, just because we understand the rodent and the way they migrate, unbelievable. I've never seen this before. By inserting the smoke inside this hole here, it's taking in, sucking in so much. We waited for a little bit and it's coming through the 4-inch vent stack up on the roof. So that means that rodents have burrowed their way through underground and traveling right into the sewer system. All right, so we're gonna remove that right there and we're gonna insert it now in this burrow. Okay, we're placing a bigger cone. That's what I love about our smoke machine. It has different adapters depending on the size of entry point you want to inject the smoke. Look at how much smoke's coming out of that smokestack, guys. That's unbelievable. I've never ever seen that. All right, we're going to check the water meter, just make sure. You can see that the needle is not spinning at all, so we definitely know that it's not a water pipe. All right, guys, so we've ruled out, we definitely found a couple breaches in the sewer pipe, but the sewer pipes are way below where the affected, impacted area is. I definitely think it's coming from surface. Unfortunately, I believe that it's coming from somebody urinating on top of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay plastic down on that floor, secure it really well up to the walls. We're gonna monitor for the next few days and verify that it is definitely coming from somebody urinating on top. I just, that's the only resource. There's no other plumbing in that wall. There's no rat's nest. There's no waste piping, water piping, and everything is puddling on the top. Unfortunately, I think this call is leading to somebody urinating on top of that floor. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and use the Pure Black. It's an amazing expansion foam. So what we're gonna do is fill up this hole here with Pure Black. Okay, guys, I've injected some of this Pure Black. Now I'm gonna take some rocks, fill this up, pack it in really good, add a little bit more foam. All right, guys, so as a process of elimination here, I'm gonna go ahead and we've used our Twinzyme. We waited for a few minutes here. We're gonna soak it now with this Resolve. It's an amazing urine destroyer. So we're gonna spray all the framing, and then we're also going to lay some plastic on the floor of the bedroom and verify if it's coming from the top. So we're gonna go ahead, spray all of this out, clean it, cover the floors, and then we're gonna monitor it in like 48 hours or so and make sure if there's no other pee, then we know that it's coming in from the top. That's our next step. So once I spray all this, we're gonna go inside and start covering that hardwood floor. All right, so what we're gonna do in this room here, we're gonna clean up the urine first. We're gonna spray the Twinzyme, and then we'll also do the urine, dry it all up really well, and then we're gonna lay this plastic. All right, guys, so the reason why we're thinking it's coming from the top is because this drywall, which is new, if it was coming from the outside in, we would see a lot of moisture damage on this newly installed drywall. So what we're gonna do right now is lay this 6 mil plastic. We've completely sanitized the floor, so there's nothing that's coming from the bottom up right now. And we're gonna lay this plastic down, and then I'm gonna put a water alarm on top of the plastic. And if it gets wet, it's gonna send me a text. So we're gonna show you that right now. All right, guys, so we've completely covered the floors with 6 mil poly plastic. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Simple Sense. I love this device here. I've never used it for this type of application. We normally use it for underneath sinks and basements near water heaters. But in this situation, I'm gonna go ahead and place it right here. And what's great about it is it's connected to this apartment's Wi-Fi. But the message, if it reads a leak, is going to text me directly. So I went ahead, I was in the bathroom, and I'll show you guys if you come up close here. Right here it shows a little bit ago when I tested it in the bathroom. I had a leak detected in the bathroom, and then when I dried it, it shot me a text saying that it's been resolved. Okay, so we'll place that here. We'll monitor this. Should be good to go. I went ahead and taped it here, so that way I know it hasn't been moved, or we can track if it's been messed with. So I'm gonna try that. In all of my years of leak detection, I've never come across this type of leak. Now I know why there's been many people here. This is a little crazy. All right, guys, I got a alert last night from the Simple Sense at 10:06 last night. So definitely something has been poured over that plastic, and our Simple Sense strategy definitely worked. A lot of times when landlord-tenant situations that we're dealing with, there's a lot of heated, you know, sort of friction between the two because they're battling each other. And I think Ruth has really showed her you know, approach as far as taking it as a, you know, being there. Sent a lot of contractors out there and being very proactive. And yeah, we deal a lot with landlords that are not proactive. They don't really care. But this is an interesting relationship here, and I'm just gonna have a really one-on-one talk with Mrs. Cooper and see how she reacts to it, because I'm just gonna be very honest with her, and let's see what she says. All right, be interesting to see her reaction for sure.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so my water alarm, I got a text last night at around 10:06 that it went off.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's why, because it's so Miss Cooper, can I just be very honest with you without taking anything personal? Am I good?
Yeah.
The reason why I placed plastic up top is because I wanted to make sure if it was coming from underneath, because I've ruled out all the tub, everything, right? This is urine.
Okay. Nobody was in here, so I don't nobody.
Definitely urine, because this is a 6 mil poly plastic. And I used 6 mil poly plastic because I didn't want any sort of moisture from up above. You know, I wanted to make sure that it was going to be determining if it was a topical or coming from underneath. This is definitely human urine. So
Okay.
I think my assumption is that he's coming in here and utilizing this corner to urinate.
Okay. So what happens when he's not here? Because it has happened plenty of times when he's not here. Who does it then?
Yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah, I mean,
interesting. It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no.
I'm just letting you know though, based on the test that I have. See, if anything was leaking in the ceiling, we would see there's been no rain, there's no staining, so we know it's not dripping from the walls or from the actual ceiling.
I don't know what's going on with the walls, because the walls are getting those black smudges on them too, and nobody's been in here.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's about, but it's also
Okay.
on the outside. So,
Well, because right now, see the yellow in it too?
Yep.
That's urine, and it smells like urine. I know, Mrs. Cooper. I'm just letting you know that we've got to figure that out. What I would recommend then is, do you have a Ring camera or something that you can put in? Like put a camera in right here. I don't want to put a camera because I don't want to invade your space.
Yeah.
But if you put a Ring camera and you connected it right here, because this is the area that continues to get impacted.
Oh,
So if you put a
and now
ring,
it's coming back there.
if you put a Ring camera right here and over there, then you can kind of determine what's going on. But nothing is leaking. There's no pipe. There's nothing that is leaking structurally within the four walls of this home. It's not. I did smoke testing. I ran the tub. I ran everything, Mrs. Cooper, and I'm not seeing anything that identifies a leak coming from anywhere. And this confirmed that it's topical. Well, guys, my conclusion is definitely somebody urinating on that floor. It's really evident and obvious that, you know, that somebody's peeing on that floor, especially with that plastic. I think that was a a smart little test. And you know, it took about 8 days for that alarm to go off, but finally you can see the amount of liquids around there, it set it off. And also thanks to Simple Sense, man, I love your devices. They're awesome. Appreciate it. There's a link down below, guys, if you're interested in that Simple Sense texting notification alert. It's absolutely awesome. Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode. Leave your comments down below. Love to hear your comments on this one. Hit that subscribe button, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.